I saw an article in The Advocate today, and are the Bengals kind of positioning themselves to get a little Ja'Marr Chase action going? Are we about to see Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase team up again, but in the NFL?
He's pushing for it, and why would you not? I mean, you had so much success together. Ja'Marr Chase is a superior athlete who can make a lot of things easier on a quarterback. And we talked about, I think we all in this room would be happy if that happened. You know, get to see a reunion
it'd be
there.
awesome.
I do think the Bengals still need to get someone else to protect Joe Burrow. I know they signed a tackle. Seeing what I saw last year, having guards play tackle, tackles playing guards playing center. I mean, they really had just bad pieces trying to make an offensive line protecting the franchise, and it ended up being a torn ACL when he was getting hit there in the backfield. So
I agree that the Bengals still need no linemen. And I'm sure where the Bengals picking 6. I'm sure at 6, or where they're picking in the top 10, like, there's a good chance that there's going to be an elite lineman there.
They're 5, I believe, yeah.
Oh, 5, even better. So, yeah, there's a great chance there'll be an elite lineman there, especially with the run on quarterbacks. Ja'Marr Chase is as elite of a wide receiver as you will ever find. And I don't know that there's a Ja'Marr Chase level O lineman at that spot, right? And so if we're talking about drafting player versus need, I mean, I think Chase is like almost like, this would never happen, but like a number 1 overall pick sort of talent. Think about what Ja'Marr Chase did in college. Go watch that national championship where he single-handedly won you that game. Not single-handed, but like kind of broke that game open at a time when you were in trouble down 17-7. As you said earlier, Jake, Ja'Marr Chase's entire highlight tape is dominating first-round pick cornerbacks. It's not scrubs. And so this is a guy, and then you look at Ja'Marr Chase was the clear 1 on that team.
Yeah.
Well, what did Justin Jefferson just do in the NFL? And he was the 2. Why? Because Chase was the 1. So, in my opinion, in terms of protecting Burrow, I think that Chase helps in that regard. He gives him a consistent option to go to. Getting open helps Burrow get rid of the ball. I feel like you can find value O linemen later that can help to protect Burrow, versus being able to find a receiver that's even close to what Ja'Marr Chase can do and to be able to help Burrow. So I have no problem with going Chase at 6.
I don't think there's any team that could select Ja'Marr Chase and I would have a bad take about it. But I do see the need for some protection for Joe Burrow as well. So I know they've made one move in free agency. I know they're pretty banged up on their offensive front. I know they need Jonah Williams to step up and be the player that they selected from Alabama. He is yet to be that player. So they've got some potential on the offensive line, and if they feel like they have shorted up, okay, go take a Ja'Marr Chase to be a game changer, because you've got Boyd, who's a nice receiver. You've got T. Higgins, who had a really good rookie season as well. And look, we've seen Joe Burrow play behind an offensive line at LSU, and let's call it like it is. He made them look as good as possible.
Yeah, nobody. There was a great athletic article that I read at the time that pointed out with highlights, but nobody was as good at pocket manipulation like Burrow was. Like just a simple jab step forward in the pocket to get the ends start to like influence him back inside as opposed to getting that outside run. It was kind of unbelievable.
And he had a pro, like Lloyd Cushenberry and Sadiq Charles are pros. I mean, they were gone from last year's offensive line, but a lot of guys still on that offensive line are still back for LSU, right? So, I mean, there were some pieces that I thought Joe made look, extremely better because of what he did in the pocket. So
I also think, so you mentioned Jonah Williams. I think that Ja'Marr Chase is a can't-miss prospect. Now, that's a dangerous road because it feels like anybody can. But I feel like he's as sure of a thing as you're going to find. If unless you feel that same way about an O-lineman that's on the board,
right.
you have to roll with Chase.
I would agree with that.
In my opinion. And so we'll see what the Bengals end up doing. But how funny would that be if these two found themselves once again playing for Tiger mascots, only this time in the NFL?
And something that you really can't put a value on is day one chemistry, as far as Joe can look out there, give Ja'Marr Chase a quick signal or quick look. It doesn't even have to be a signal. A quick look, and it's like, okay. Like when Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates would line up, like Phillip would just look at Gates and like he'd look at the defender, like he'd nod his head, and Gates knew exactly what he wanted him to do.
That was it.
Like they already have that.
They already have that, and it'd be fun to see on the NFL level as well. Coming up next here on Off the Bench, let's talk some Pelicans before Nick Underhill gets in here. Keep it locked right here. Flock up. That's right, City Edition jersey on OTBOT.